All right, it's that time for another end of day report. And it's time to get into these pulse waves. We are now finished with hump week. Let's see if there's anything that we can ascertain that may be popping. All right, so the first chart we're going to look at here is the E-mini S&P 500 futures. And as you can see right here, market's trying to bounce back a little bit. Overhead trend line resistance would be the immediate target if the momentum can continue. You can see the bulls are really starting to defend this area, just as I anticipated. So we had a narrow range inside type of a day, and you're still under a lot of overhead selling pressure, even though the bulls technically have a slight edge right now. The test is going to be, can they get enough momentum to get the market back at least up to the trend line at 4,400 mark? So that's going to be the first test that we're looking for. All right, on the gold futures, just like I said, I knew that market was trying to come down, and it did come down. All right, it's falling overboard, man overboard. Bearish pointer way back yonder is the initial target. And so that could take this market down quite a bit more. So be prepared. Look out below. NASDAQ 100. All right. Kind of similar to the S&P, but a little different. At least with the S&P, you saw that the chart has kind of flipped a little bit. You have all the support that you need to stage a rally. But in the NASDAQ 100 futures, the E-mini NASDAQ, you see that you're in a corrective position, which means the market can fall a lot more. All right. It got right there at that top of the Kumo cloud, really didn't fall deep into the cloud. But the bears still have this one. This is still under a lot of selling pressure. So the NASDAQ is looking weaker than the S&P 500 right now. As far as your crude oil, well, we did have this crash alert sell signal we talked about. And yeah, we got downside production today. So the bears have it. Looks like they want to see if they can get the market to pull back a little bit more. Maybe down into the 72 handle. We'll have to watch and see, because right now, technically this market does have everything it needs to continue. But, you know, this straight up production that you got here, we'll probably pull back to around maybe right here, somewhere around in here. And then we should be able to see another bounce back. So very interesting turn of events there. As far as the Russell My Hustle, we came into today for crash alert sell signal. We got that downside production. Stop short at the top of the Kumo cloud is for support. So the market just needs to find some momentum. I think you can see a technical bounce from here. And so I'll be looking for a possible bounce between today and tomorrow. It's very possible. You're in a green zone right now. So I think this market is ready to do a little something, something. Next up, we got silver futures, which has been weaker than gold, of course. I told you this a few days ago that this was a concern, and sure enough, the market sold off pretty hard today, just as I told you last night in our bull panel. And the market has now successfully tested and taken out the bearish pointer from August the 9th. And here you are, just as anticipated. You're falling over a cliff and putting down a new leg down in the silver. How about soybeans? Well, this is what we got for soybeans. Still under a lot of selling pressure. Market's trying to get a little technical bounce. The bulls are really trying to defend this area here. Overhead trend line resistance right there around the 1300-ish level will probably be where you find most of the resistance for this technical bounce. And then I would anticipate the bears will come back into this market. Here's the Dow. Dow futures, you can see here the bulls are defending. Market's trying to bounce from this technical support, which is equal to the bottom of the Kumo cloud at this point. So similar to the S&P, you got the market's going to try to get back up to the overhead trend line resistance. It has everything it needs to stage a rally at this point. You just need a little bit of momentum. Just need the bulls to come in and defend this area. If if they can do it, first test of resistance is around the overhead trend line resistance, around the 34,700 mark. Then we'll see from where we go from there, because you got an air pocket from there to the top of the Kumo cloud. So you're looking at about a 300-point air cushion between here and here. So we'll see what the Dow can do with that. But, like I said, the S&P and the Dow is actually looking kind of bullish. NASDAQ and is the one that's looking a little bit weaker. Even the Russell looks better than the NASDAQ. Okay, so here's your Aussie. This is what I was telling you last night. Did I not say this? Look at this leg down you put in there today. Market's coming out here to test and or take out the smaller bearish pointer from August 22nd. That's what you see happening. You're still in the corrective phase. Nothing has happened. You're in the red zone too. This thing is in free fall, just like we warned you last night. That's why you need these pulse waves, man. We do this stuff for real. All right, here is Bitcoin futures. You're still under a corrective position, and the market is moving sideways. You don't have a lot of follow through on the sell side or the buy side. However, you are dangling off of the cliff, and you are in the red zone. So this is a dangerous time right now for Bitcoin on the daily chart, where you could see a real big drop come. And because this is a futures chart, the gap back here created on July 26 is real. So I think Bitcoin is going to fall, like I said, to around that between 34 and 32,000 ish. You could have a washout, a spike, but not a close around 30,000. Could even scare people and get to 29,700 something before a snapback, but then that would be a bearish pointer, and that would mean the market's going to go lower. So I'm thinking we're going to get paid probably around 32 is what is possible in Bitcoin, and that's at least a 10,000 point drop just about from where we are. So be very cautious. This is a very dangerous time for long positions in Bitcoin. All right, take a look now at the Canadian dollar. Did get a little bit of sympathy from what's happening in the crude oil market. Overhead Kumo cloud top is where your resistance is. So not a whole lot left in this pop. Bears are still clearly in control, even though you're in the green zone right here. But you're in a corrective complexion in the market. So I don't know. I think that you're just going to continue to move sideways within this nice wide Kumo cloud. And don't forget, you are magnetized from the August 23rd trading range zone, and that's where price action is behaving. All we did is rock it right back up. You've been testing the bottom of the range. Now the market wants to test the higher end of the trading range. That's all that's happening on this one. US dollar, though, trying to show off a little bit. Look at today's pop in the US dollar, getting above 94. That's right, we hit that 94 handle, ladies and gentlemen, and even managed to close near the high of the session. But we have a problem because this is an index. The gaps in the chart are real. We did create a gap on September the 19th. It's going to be needing to be reconciled, which means we can expect prices to drop a full 2 points from where we are. That would put a market back into possibly the 92 handle. Yeah, definitely 92 handle, even possibly the high 91s. All right, so this is all nice, but this gap back here needs to be reconciled at some point sooner rather than later is what I'm thinking. All right, Ethereum. Here's how the Ethereum's looking. Pretty much narrow range inside day, inside the Kumo cloud, inside of the September 24th trading zone established. Markets just moving sideways. I expect this to go on possibly to the end of the year on a lot of these coins. All right, here is the euro dollar. And you can see it moved inversely to the US dollar as it should, but you put in a leg down. I told you I was concerned about that last night too, and that's exactly what happened. Can't make this stuff up, man. These are facts. Markets have repeatable patterns. All right, here is the euro yen. Euro yen is in the Kumo cloud, and it's testing the resistance of the top here. Okay, so I think you probably don't have too much upside left unless you get a lot of momentum, and it could bust right through there, and we'll see what happens. But right now, the bulls got it going on. Going to test the higher end of the range of the cloud here. We'll see what happens. All right, and here's nat gas. So nat gas, as you can see, we had the crash alert sell signal from a day ago. Today we got that downside production. The trend line support is the initial target. Got a gap that was created on September 27th. So I'm expecting the market to drop below $5.25. So you're looking at roughly 20-25 cent drop from here. It should be doable. But because you're in a green zone, I think we're going to find some kind of support around here, and the market will probably bounce right back. All right, here is your Theta. As you can see, bears are making it fall incrementally every day, a little bit lower every day. So right now, you're in the red zone too. You're in a corrective state, so I see much more downside coming for that one. Here's Xrp Ripple. All right, so as you can see, the bears are keeping this one at bay, but the bulls are defending at the bottom of the Kumo cloud as support. So I think we're just going to continue to move sideways for the time being, respecting the trading zone established on September the 7th. Next up is your ADA Cardano, and as you can see here, we're getting that downside production from the crash alert sell signal right here. And the bottom of the Kumo cloud is here. So this is a very tight cloud here. So that's a tight trading range, not too wide. But I still see some sideways movement for the time being. I don't think you're going to fall outside of the cloud, but you are in the red zone. You are in a corrective state. So anything is possible there. I would not be surprised if it fell outside of the cloud. All right, here's some BNB for you. We have a rally alert buy signal for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Market has made it back into the established trading range from September the 7th. Overhead trendline resistance will be an issue. I think the market's going to try to test maybe the mid to upper part of the range, but all this overhead resistance will probably just keep it at the lower end for a while for the time being in the red zone in a corrective state. So much more downside is still possible. But because the Kumo cloud's right here, I think you're just going to drift sideways for the time being. And last but not least, here's your Litecoin. And as you can see, crash alert sell signal, downside production is just starting to begin. You're hanging outside of the Kumo cloud. You're in free fall. But like I said, at some point, I think you'll probably find support back here somewhere and then bounce back to the bullish pointer here, and I think it has the strong possibility to take it out at some point, but that is in the distant future. You first got to come down here because you're negative, you're in the red zone, you're in a corrective state. I think the bears are going to draw this one down further. All right, that's all we got time for tonight. So if you have not already done so, you need to go ahead and smash that like button and go to PulseWaveTrading.com so that you can receive these daily reports in your dashboard. We issue thousands of these reports on a daily basis, from everything from crypto to forex to equities to commodity futures, you name it. And you can't trade the market without it. Not in these robotic algorithm markets. That's what they are. They're being managed by computer programs. And unless your program is superior to their program, there's no way you can beat the machines. That's why you got the pulse waves, because the pulse wave price trigger reports are superior to their algorithms. Their algorithms are managed algorithms only, not tradable algorithms. Don't ever forget that. Don't let them fool you. They don't make money by trading. They make money by managing the market. Okay? So that's what you need to know, man. And with that being said, I'm out of here, man. Tomorrow, of course, is my birthday, so I'm taking the day off. I'll be turning 51. Yeah, I know. I'm becoming an old man. But guess what? I still remember this, though. Bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.